Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm back again. Going to do some more work on the Jetmax throttle quad. I've already added Hall effect sensors to the throttles and the speed brake and the flaps and whatnot. Now I want to go in and I'm going to add backlighting to the quad. I've already gone over all the modifications and changes that I did to make this easier to come out, so I'm not going to go over that this go around. Now I want to get an idea on just how long it's going to take me to take this out without me actually talking you through it. I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to try and get this quick, but I just want to get an idea on just how much easier it's going to be. So let's take this out so we can get the backlighting in. Don't mind my oxygen today. It's a bad breathing day. New York's getting a storm and it's a little breezy down here as well. There's some music in the background or something. other cable. There it is. Alright. That's a wrap. Holes are already done for the lighting. Now that the labels have been removed from the throttle quad, it's time to add the base that's going to hold the LED lights in place. As you can see, those rubber strips that are sitting next to the throttle quad, that was made for flooring. And that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to cut out the shapes that I want, and I'm going to glue that to the underside of the throttle quad, and that's going to hold in the LED lights. Now, you're not going to hear me when I go over there, but I'll give you an idea on just how flexible that rubber is and show you how thick it is. Pretty flexible. So this will mold that nice and easy. And that's plenty thick. Up next, it's time to measure and cut out the rubber. Hey everyone, welcome back. I've got the preliminary small pieces all cut out. It may be difficult to see, but I actually have drawn out where the cuts have to be done and where the holes have to be drilled. And as you can see, it's pretty thick. Oops. I don't know how well that's picking it up, but up next is to get them cut out and all trimmed up. Okay, I've got the parts rough cut. Up next, just sand them down and clean them up, and then drill the holes in the right places. Welcome back. Now that the pieces have been all trimmed up and made nice and neat, the only thing left now is to get them mounted to the throttle quad. I'm not going to be able to get over there with this microphone, so you're not going to hear me while I'm over there. But I'm going to show you how the rubber just molds to the throttle quad on the outside, but naturally they're going to be glued to the inside of the quad. As you can see, the base is now installed for the LED lighting. This is just a test fit with the screws just holding it in place. Up next, it's time to glue it in place. Okay everybody, well, we now have the holes drilled inside all the rubber, and the back of the throttle quad has been all scraped up and roughed up. So we're up to gluing this into position. Hey everyone, well, the next step is complete. I have the bolts in, and I'm going to use those to hold the base in place, the rubber base, until the glue dries. So let's move on to the next step. Now the rubber base is now glued into position being held in place by those screws and bolts. As soon as that's dry, we can begin to wire it up. Well, now that the glue is drying on the throttle quad base, I started to work on the acrylic covers. As you can see, I've got one set cut out. I'm going to cut out one more set. And what you see right up here is a piece of wax paper. Now I'm going to fold that over as many times as I need. And I'm going to fit that in between the two pieces of plexiglass. And that should diffuse the LED lighting rather well. So here we have the final piece of the puzzle for the backlighting on the throttle quad. The lights that you see here in the bag is cool white and amber orange 3mm. That's what I plan on using to light up the back of the quad. Now, I was trying to think of a way to mount these lights in such a way that would make replacement easy. Most of the videos that I saw online, they were either glued or they were soldered into position, which would make swapping them out a bit difficult. I thought about how I could do this, and I finally came up with this idea, and it seems to be working out rather well. I'm going to have to take this headset off so you can see, so you're not going to be able to hear me, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing. See, that's lit up. It's not going to come out. It's not going to fall out. So as you can see, I'll be attaching these lights using those clips. And if I decide the amber orange is not the color I want, I can just pop out those LED bulbs and easily replace them. That's the idea. So once the glue dries and all my clips and wiring gets here, that's going to be the next step, is to wire this all up. Well, I got a package today of wires. Not all of them, so I don't have enough to finish the job just yet. I have 2 more packages coming tomorrow, but I decided to do some work on them in the meantime. I've soldered in line resistors on all the lines, and up next I'm going to glue these DuPont 2-pin connectors up inside each one of the holes that you see on the quad, and that's going to hold the LED light and make changing them out that much easier. And they're going to go to a power distribution board that's going to be installed as well. Hey everyone, well, it's Saturday and the rest of my wiring have arrived. So as you can see, I've installed them, glued them all down, and I ran them to the back of the throttle quad. I also installed the 2 power distribution blocks that you see up on top, which is 4 screws. All that's left now is to just trim these wires down and plug them in. Hey everybody, well, it's a few hours later now, and the wiring is now complete. As you can see, the power distribution blocks are now all wired up. It's pretty late in the day now, and my back is killing me, so tomorrow begins testing. Well, there you have it. The throttle quad's all lit up now. Now I just have to work on the covers to see how I want to diffuse this, if I want to diffuse it anymore. We're getting there. We're in the home stretch now. Well, the upgrade and the backlighting to the Jetmax throttle quad is basically done. I still have to do a little bit of work to try and diffuse that light a little bit more, but for the most part, that's looking real good for a first run. Anyway, that's about it.